All mine. Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk 3 days popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd waters, bottle feature round flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot here, we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up to your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, no here's what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep myself doing the chat. Interacting with your man, them. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back. The fitted cat, so we Nick tripping. Nick's real, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real talk. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's good? What's good? We are back in the building, episode 15, man. Getting the amp for camp, all that good stuff, man. We're going to break some Nick content down a little bit tonight. Have some fun with it, man. Obviously, you know, it's the season about to get it really popping. Media day yesterday, training camp started today. So the season about to get in effect, man. So we're going to really get in here and talk about all that stuff, man, and all that good stuff. And I hope everybody doing well and all that good stuff. But let me bring my partner in the building so you can really get this thing revved up, man. Shop Powell, what's good, my man?
Peace to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it, man. Salute to the chat, man. Ryan, do what's good. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming in when you get in here. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. This is my time of year. Let's get it popping. This is my time of the year. You know, fall season, weather like I got it, not too hot, not too cold. Knicks about to get it popping. And just this is my time of the year, man. I'm really excited about it. I'm giddy, I'm amped, I'm ready to go, man. I hope we're gonna have a good year with our favorite basketball team. And hopefully this year we have a good year. Our Knicks will talk, man. We know, so you know, if the Knicks do good, we should be doing good. So I'm really excited about it overall, man. The energy, a lot of expectations in the air for the team this year. Good roster, new coach, deep team. Just a lot of stuff that we know could be going in our favor if everything formulate and stay and going to come into cohesion, everything work out, man. We really get this thing popping, man. So we're gonna really get in here and talk about it. Like I said, man, Shop Howard, just overall, man, what's your gut feeling with the team? How you feel about it? And amped about it? Give me your take on this thing, man.
This could be one of the more exciting years that I've probably seen. I'm hoping, you know, I'm being very optimistic about this team, man, because watching some of these follow-ups and all the media days and all this stuff with some of these guys and what they're talking about and how they're you know, talking about the Knicks. You know what I mean? It is it's going to be a good year, I believe. At least I hope so, because you got Jalen Brunson out there already. These guys already practicing a little bit. They're already getting out there, getting involved. You know, there's high hopes for what the Knicks are going to do. This year, Las Vegas got us ranked around 54 wins, 54. I think it's 54.5 or whatever the point it means or whatever. So they got us winning a lot of games this year. That's a lot of games. 54 wins out of 82 games. That's a lot of wins, man. So let's see what happens, man. I think you know, the two, it's still not finished yet because they still have some things that they have to. I still haven't heard, I don't think I heard it. I don't know if anybody else heard it. Let me know. Who's that starter is going to be? I don't know who the starter is going to be. I haven't heard who's the starter is going to be. So that's still my big for me, my big dilemma, I want to know who the star is going to be, so I know who's going to really run the second unit, and why do we have to give up a certain guy if we're going to keep two other guys? But that's just me.
Yeah, yo, salute to the chat, man. Rasul, Jay Chosen, Jay, what's good? Radu, what's good, man? Rasul, what's good? So to all you guys, ladies and gentlemen, with Jay, we open the show in a few, man. Get in if you're more than welcome. But yeah, Shot Powell, I got crazy high expectation for the reason why just a lot of things fell into place over the summertime. Guys got their bag. Coach had a chance to really, really get to know the players, sit down, talk to them, let them know what he want to do, let them know the way he want to run this thing going on. I'm really crazy about the chemistry and the continuity coming back. I'm crazy about we added depth on the bench. I'm crazy about Mitchell Robinson hopefully starting the whole season out, coming out the gate. So there's a lot of positive, but don't get me wrong, with all the positive could be some negative things too. You know what I mean? And things got to go a certain way. They all got to fall in place for all this whole thing to work. But because of the makeup of the roster, I'm pretty optimistic about that. We got guys who've been here. They know how to play basketball. They professionals. The biggest thing for me is definitely going to be what does Mike Brown do different that Tom Thibodeau did? How do the guys, how they react to this thing, the way he's going to do things, the way Tom Thibodeau did things. But like I said, because they are professional, they've been around for a long time, they understand the game. I do think that's going to be pretty fine with me. I think Mike Brown will be fine. We got to. He's not coming here with a bunch of young guys. He's coming guys who just went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So he's not coming here with a bunch of young guys. He's trying to develop and
the rebuilding team.
Right. No rebuilding team. He don't have to teach them how to play basketball. He has to teach them how they want him to play in his system, but he don't have to teach them how to play basketball. You know what I mean? So I think that gives him a smoother transition into this Knicks organization than any other one, because he had to go in here and build the thing from ground up, a la Tom Thibodeau. You know what I mean? So it should be. So I'm giddy about that, Shot Power. But it's training camp, man. These cats in here. They had media day yesterday. I got a little bit of footage of what they were talking about there. We get into all that, man, Shot Powers. But for the most part, let's just go in here and have a good year. See if we can win some games, man. That's what it's all about. Brian Acosta, Brian, my man, salute, my man. Good to see you, Brian. Real talk. Appreciate all you did for us last year with all the super chats all through the year, man. Brian, thank you for that, man. Real talk. We appreciate that. But yeah, Shot Powers is just. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to get this shit done. I'm ready for Knicks to get in here and start pounding the hardwood and get some wins under their belt, man. I'm ready to go with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, we have a good team coming out the gate, and if everything stays the way it did semi like last year, we should really have a really, really strong year. You know what I mean? And this could be a year that the Knicks could actually contend for something. And I mean, the contention for me anyway is for them to take the Eastern Conference. And I mean, going into the playoffs, number one seed. And I mean, winning the East, dominating all the series and taking it to the West. I mean, I want to see domination this year. I think that if the team, well, what I see with this team and what I believe that I last year's team, all right, Tom Thibodeau is a defensive-minded coach. We all know that. We know Tibbs is defensive-minded coach. The team last year didn't play defense as well as they did in the prior years with Julius Randle and DiVincenzo and stuff like that, because this team changed from a defensive team to a more offensive-minded team. The defense was there last year, but it came in spurts. And I think it's going to be more so seen this year like that, because I think this team is going to take a big jump in offense. I think we played top 5 offense last year. I think we're going to be top 3 this year. I think we're really going to be pushing 1, 2, or 3 this year because of the way the team played last year. The continuity that these guys are going to bring back this year to implement with Yabusele and Clarkson into these 7, 8 guys that played here all year last year, we're going to be, I believe, the team's going to be really good. I mean, and like I said, one big thing to me is watching how people talk about the team and watching Clarkson talk about the team. They ask him about the team. He said, yo, it was nothing. They asked me, he said, oh, they bought me out? Knicks want me? Yo, go get me to the Knicks. That's what it is. I didn't plug some ears across seas when we was sitting around, chopping up, joking around. Ha ha, Josh Hart. Ha ha. If you get us, ha ha. And now he's here. He wanted that. That's what we want. And I think he's going to come here from playing from a team that wasn't trying to do anything to a team that's trying to strive to win something. I think he's going to excel this year, in my opinion. So these are just some of the things that I see that's going to be different from the team last year and the team prior to that when we had Julius Randle and DiVincenzo. And I mean, those 2 years were very good years for us. Last year and the year before, you know, I mean, we fell short, but I think this year is the time that we take that next step. Let's get it.
Yeah. You know what, man? For Mike Brown, and just to piggyback what you're saying, people don't understand Mike Brown is a defense-minded coach, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get it twisted. The man is a defense-minded coach, but what's amazing, why I think this team, to piggyback on what you said about the 1, 2, or 3 spot, offensively, number one, I think they're going to get there with no problem because of the system that they're going to be playing in. Mike Brown likes to play up tempo. He likes to get up and down the floor. You know, the more time, the faster you get your shot up, the more opportunity you got. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you get the pace going. So compared to a maybe when you have to go bog down, half court ISO, but I like that he's doing that. He's gonna do that at the end of the clock with Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? He's pointing out, you know, the things that he want to see this team do from the corner 3 and all this good stuff. So I think our offense is going to be very potent this year. And not only on top of that, our offense should be more potent. We got a better bench. You know what I mean? So not only that, you know, you got a coach who coming in here with a different system, want to play a little bit more up tempo, and he got a lot of guys on the team who can run up and down the court. That's even our centers. Like Mitch can run up down there. I mean, Mikhail, Anunoby, you name it, all these guys can run up and down the court when they need to. So to get the ball out like that, then be able to, you got guys like who could spray corner 3s, Anunoby, Mikhail, you know, Brunson, Cat, you know. So I think they're going to fit into his system real well this year. And that's what I'm really excited about, is that they're going to fit into his system. So, like you said, top 3 score, I definitely can see it. You know, we just got to make sure we come together defense. We could always say defense win championships, but you know, I think we got a coach who know how to play defense, and I think he's going to get the best out of these guys. And you know what's crazy? Shot Power is like it ain't even solidified. You got guys who in training camp right now, like Alex Lynn and all these guys.
Yeah, man, it's still brewing, Divine. We still don't have a determined 5th man in our starting unit. Is it going to be Josh Hart? Is Josh Hart now with this finger injury going to be pushed back into the 2nd unit, and Deuce McBride comes into the starting unit? Does Malcolm Brogdon come in here and start with Jalen Brunson in the starting unit? Does Clarkson go and start in the starting unit and have Clarkson go start the starting unit and have Mikhail, Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride in the 2nd unit? Who knows? The options are endless around here and stuff like that. There's so many ways that they could do this, but that's all I'm waiting for, Divine, is to find out who's the D factor in that 5th man, to know who that is, and that can solidify in my mind how the team is going to run. I mean, right now we all guess and we all want. But I asked you, Devon, who you think starts?
I'm going with the same first for you. So, but Mitchell Robinson was in the starter's jersey in practice, the training camp. The first day of training camp, Josh Hart had the 2nd team gray jersey on, 2nd unit gray jersey.
I think I've seen something like that. I didn't know the difference. Now you said that, I think I've seen that. I didn't even pay attention.
Started in the blue and Mitchell Robinson in the first day of training camp. But yeah, I could see that formulating that way. I really do. I just think that's the right thing to do. I think if the Knicks really wanted this thing to pop the way I think they need to, I think you start Mitch just to take the pressure off of Karl-Anthony Towns. You know what I mean? Just to take. When I mean by that, he can be the focal point of the anchor of the defense, and Karl-Anthony Towns can just, you know, be another rebound.
Be a Julius Randle. Julius Randle on the wing.
Yeah, at least on the offense side of the ball. Defense side.
Julius Randle come inside and help rebound and all that other stuff. I like the way that sound. I think if Mitch started this year, that gives opportunity to more people on the bench. And maybe now that you say that also will give Hunter Purdy a little bit of playing time too. It's gonna be so crazy what you see in that 2nd unit, man. Josh Hart. I think Brogdon and Shaman may split time and stuff like that. This is gonna be crazy this year, man. It's gonna be so much fun to watch certain teams when they get out there, and then when they get to know each other, then you're gonna start seeing the teams that can inflict pain or inflict conflict. You know what I mean? And it's going to be perfect, man. I can't wait to see what happens this year.
You know what? It's the first day of training camp, so like I said, none of this stuff is set in stone. But here's something intriguing to me. Here's something real intriguing to me, ladies and gentlemen. You got to keep an eye on this here. What I want to tell y'all. This is just my thought. Guys like Alex Lynn, ladies and gentlemen. I understand the hockey purdies and the daddy age. I get all that. I just want to make this reference though. Not about feelings and emotion. Not about wanting this one or wanting that one. Alex Lynn is a seasoned 7-footer who can do some things. Things. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
He could do some things. My man that came from the two-way dude from Brooklyn, they could do some things, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? So, having dudes like that around, it's interesting. I mean, Alex Lynn is 7-foot dude who can shoot the ball a little bit, can play down in the paint. Big 7-footer like Mitch, who's been around in the NBA doing things. If he goes in the training camp and get somebody to business, then what? You know what I mean? So that's why that's why I would tell you about a couple of months ago, I wish I was a fly on the wall in training camp this year. I wish I was a fly on the wall in training camp because I'm telling you, you got guys in there who competing. And these guys is NBA season dude. He ain't no bum coming out of Maryland, you know what I mean, years ago. I mean, Alex Lynn was slouch. So it's interesting to see how training camp, that's why I'm so giddy about training camp, because this thing ain't set in stone. And sometimes you can go into training camp and somebody might cause another player to be irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we thought we needed you, but this dude doing the damn thing. So it's interesting to see how training camp going these next couple of days. It's going to be fun. But whoever the Knicks put on this roster, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, we just want them to blend in, get in where they fit in, and let's get this train rolling down the track, man, because this is going to be a good one this year, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, there's always good, bad, and the ugly. But one thing I can say about the Knicks this year, knock on wood, with no injuries, we had more good times in Knick land this year than bad times. It won't be too much. If the Knicks is winning, the only thing we can come out here and talk about wins. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes, man. Yo, salute Walter White. Daniel, my man, what's good? We in the building, man. This is Knicks Real Talk, episode 15, getting amped for camp. We in here. Knicks season just officially about to get under the way today or yesterday, media day. And we about to roll into this 2025-26 season. It's going to be crazy. We expecting some good things. We expecting our team to get to the finals and possible answer. So it's a lot of variables in there. But right now, though, Shot Power, that training camp shit, I'm telling you, it's some dudes in there that could take some of these boys' spot and they get that money. Because here's why you got to take all this consideration. Do you think the Knicks going to send Daddy A when it's time? Do you think the Knicks going to send Hockey Purdy when it's time? Do you think the Knicks going to send these guys when they 4 years up? If not, then you don't know what's going to happen. So it's going to be fun, man. Let's see how it goes. It's a lot of competition popping off, man. And let's see who's going to come out of training camp with that 15th spot Shot Powers will talk about and see who's going to take the reins, Shot Powers. But if I had to guess that 15th spot, whew, I'm leaning to it. I believe it or not. I don't even think he's going to be, because I know the other cats ain't going to be there. The Ryans of the world, Ryan and the other cats can shoot the ball, but Alex Lynn can. I'm gonna go on and say Alex Lynn, just for the hell of it. Because I just see that you can't. This game is about size now in the NBA, and that mother got size, and he can play. So let's see how it goes.
I know one thing, that the 15-man this year, in my opinion, is coming from the G League. So he's our two-way player. So yeah, could it be him? I believe so. You know what I mean? I believe so. And if you pay attention to what the Knicks have done this year, man, everybody wanted Peyton and all that stuff, 19-year-old phenom and stuff like that. It could be really great. But you know what they did? They got him on the Westchester team, even though somebody else can grab him up. But they did put him onto a contract. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, so I don't even want to quote this, but it just came to my heart. I don't know if we have rights to him and that like that. I don't think so, because it's coming from
right.
Huh?
They signed him on the G League roster. He
okay, so whatever it means, and what makes that great for him now, because if he blossoms in the G League next year, we could bring him up as a rookie next year. Just like why we couldn't do that with McCullough last year. You know what I mean? To this year, so. let's see. So these guys is moving real good, man, and I think this front office is really surprising me, man. It really makes me think, like, when you talk about the front office and how they suck out of the oxygen out of everything has been about the Knicks the whole about. I mean, I guess I'm being biased, but only really thing that I heard so much is a lot about the Knicks. I mean, a little trade here, this guy signed for 1 year here, blah, blah, blah. Big deals come with, Yabusele. They talk about Yabusele coming to the Knicks. Clarkson, the sixth man of the year. How did they get Malcolm Brogdon? You can have Malcolm Brogdon, the sixth man of the year, with Clarkson in the backcourt, another sixth man of the year. And if they both healthy, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing stuff.
It's just a lot of variables out there. And
man.
Let me first of all, before I go any further, salute the Queen, Darlene. Queen, what's good? Good to see you, sister. Real talk. Appreciate you coming in. Jake Chosen, Rod Dew, Walter White, the whole chat. I'll open up the panel in a few minutes, y'all. Just be a little patient with me, and I'll open up the panel. Y'all get in here and do your thing. But yeah, man, I tell you, man, for me, we got 14 guys that's pretty much, and if Josh Hart goes to the bench, ladies and gentlemen, then I literally don't even see Haka Purdy playing. I reason why I say that, because I think they're going to run my man at the 5. I think they're going to run Yabusele at the 5, Josh Hart at the 4, with Deuce Bride at the 3, Clarkson and my man Malcolm Brogdon. That's what I think it's going to be. I don't even think, and that's why I said you got to watch out, especially if they start Mitch. If they start Mitch, that means that I can't see Haka Purdy playing before nobody I just mentioned. He can't play before Deuce, can't play before Clarkson, he can't play before Brogdon, he can't play before Josh Hart, and he ain't playing before Yabusele. So that makes me think that's the reason why I said, you know what? It's going to be interesting to see. And he's going to run 10-man rotation. That's 10 men right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's 10 men right there. So a lot of them guys that you can either hold on to them guys, or you can move some of them, and because you're gonna have to sign Brock. Them guys don't got no money signed yet, ladies and gentlemen. They on the team, but they're not guarantees, and I think they're gonna be guaranteed players. So I think between Bacombe, the reason why he's very expendable to me, and I love the young man. I think Muhammad Dewara got that spot. I think Dewara made my man Daddy expendable. Number one, he on the 2-way. Number one, Daddy was making close to $3 million. So obviously, they probably want to move Daddy and let Dewara be that next guy to do the Daddy do, which is rightfully, I don't have a problem with it, because I seen the way Dewara played, the defense and his talent is there. So, Shop House is interested, man. Guys like that and Haka Purdy, them, I don't know. I just don't know how they're gonna. Well, Haka Purdy got a $1.8 million non-guarantee. Got a guarantee, but he only on a 1-year deal, so who knows? But that's my thing. Do you think Nick's gonna stand Haka Purdy?
Divine, I say this, man. All these young guys might not even be here. I mean, maybe you may see some. I don't want to say it because it's so close to training camp, and I think that. But you talk about Haka Purdy. I don't see Haka Purdy getting more minutes than Shamet. You know what I mean? If we keep Shamet, I don't see Haka Purdy getting more minutes than Shamet. I think Shamet and Malcolm split minutes. You know what I mean? One day he played, one day he played. That's what I think. So how we get more minutes than Shamet? So you're right, and I think they will execute a small man lineup in the second unit, because if it starts to get weak, and they say Mike Brown likes to run a quick small man unit and all that stuff. Sounds something like that sound like it goes. So I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening, and I could pretty be like the 13th man on the bench. So yeah, I can see that.
But and even here real quick, and I open up the chat. Even if you flip it, let's say Josh Hart do start, Haka Purdy still can't get no burn, because Mitchell be the center.
Exactly.
It'd be the power forward. Then it'd be McBride, Clarkson, and Brogdon.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be out of rotation. He'd be there, but he'd be out of rotation. That's why, like I said, It all depends what the Knicks gonna do with these cats. I don't see unless one of them dudes come and shock the crap out of us in training camp. But from what I seen today, like the guy that we talk about, like the hockey Purdy, all up with them purple, them burgundy uniforms. You know what that means, So we'll see, man. It's gonna be fun, interesting to see how it goes the next couple of days. But right now we in the season though, and that's all that matter. AP, what's popping, man? Good to see you, Wolverine. What's good? Salute to the chat, salute to everybody, man. This thing about to go on to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Training camp is upon us, and Nick's ready to do the damn thing, and I know we are too, man. So let's get it popping, man. It's gonna be a good season, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna be a good season. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm amped for this one. I really am, man. And I think they're going in and do the damn thing this year and things of that nature. But later on, man, I'm gonna put up some comments and thoughts from Jalen Brunson and these guys and at media day, and hear some of the things that were in their mind in a few minutes. We'll talk about it. We get that in there while we having at it. But yeah, it's gonna be definitely a intriguing one right here, man. I'm hoping these boys go out there and get the 60 games, stay healthy, relatively healthy. No major setbacks. I mean, I can see what happened already. Houston Rockets, Van Vliet done for the season. You know what I mean? So it can happen to anybody, man. And them guys lost Van Vliet, so that Westwood rust break, they might be good for them. Not for me to get off character, but I'm not character, but off the way I was going. Excuse me. Our guys should stay healthy. Hopefully, they stay healthy. I'm excited coming to the season healthy. Like literally, there's no injuries right now in our way. And this team gonna be pretty stronger than coming to the gate than last year, ladies and gentlemen. This team should be way stronger than last year's team coming in the gate because of who they have, what they acquired, coming back together for a full year after playing, just get to know each other's tendencies last year. So I'm hoping they come out the gate and really, really get it popping because there's a lot of variables that's going to take place now that we didn't have in our grasp at the beginning of the year last year. So let's see how it goes, man. But it can also go the other way too. You know what I mean? On paper, we legit shot power. On paper, we good. Talent, we good. But now we got to see how my man formulated. Let me open up the panel, man. Get Jay Cholen in here. Jay, what's good, my man? What's going on? How you doing, my bro? What's good?
Salute. How we doing,
good?
brothers? Everything good?
And like a kid in the candy store, the season about to start, man. I'm ready.
Word up. I'm over here like I'm on 10 Super Bowl. Let me get 5 of them. Then what are they? Alexander the Great. Yo, I'm so excited right now, man. Can you believe that we went from where we had absolutely no bench to where we have what I call now the Lego team? You literally can make a lineup and recreate any lineup you want and implement many different lineups in that. So as you were going through those, the small lineups, the big lineups, you could put Yabusele next to Mitch, like you said. That you could put. I like that idea with Shamit and Brogdon. Keep them legs fresh, keep them healthy. You know what I'm saying? That way, they share some minutes, man. Some people won't get the minutes that we are all seeking, like the hockey Porties, because listen, we have one thing I will say, and this is, I'm not looking back. I got to stand up, give the flowers. Tibbs did what he could for us. He did without having that bench. I'm just saying this. He did the best he could for us. He was stuck in his ways, but he really didn't have that help that Brown now has. So, like you said, he's going to coach. He's got a plan. He's from that Popovich tree. He's got a lot of deep, roots in the league. But these guys know how to play. Our bench, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 or 4 of the bench players are starters. They're starters on many different teams that they've been on. Clarkson's been a starter. Belly's been a starter. Mitch is a starter if he doesn't start with us already. You know what I'm saying? And Brogdon started before. And I like what you said earlier. You beat me to the punch. Having people like Alex Len coming into camp with you, having people. This man is played in the league now for years. A full 7-footer, not afraid to mix it up underneath the basket, not afraid to go get it. And let's say he doesn't play, but what he does bring is the competition for the best person to fit that last position. So if Len gets out there and whoever else really wants to be in that position, they're gonna really play their hardest out. Because if not, why not bring in the veteran who has been around, knows the league very well, and is a real true 7-footer? And that's one of the things that we had lacked in the past years, is that we had, two big guys trying to fit them together. Mitch didn't come in until he was fully healthy. And last thing, I'm going to say this so I don't forget it. Yabusele, the signing Yabusele. Clarkson, I don't even have to talk about it. I'm so excited about Clarkson that I'm looking for a jersey. I believe he's going to be 6th man of the year or Belly, but I really believe it's going to be like that. Mm-hmm. But Yabusele is going to be, I believe, on this team, 4 times the amount of what we were looking for Precious to be. He's going to come in here and he's going to play that power forward position strong. Right. You might see him start some days. This team, you could literally start anybody in that extra position. Anybody. Mm-hmm. And to me, it doesn't really hurt to start what we had last year, but it doesn't matter.
I got a question for you, Jay. Who's the fifth? Who's the 5th starter?
Alex Len. No, I'm not playing. The 5th. The 5th starter. I'm thinking hard about this a lot because I want because of last year's issues with the bench. I really want our bench to be prolific, right? So you could start different people in that 5th thing. You could change it, but we want consistency, right? You want continuity. You want to try to keep it the same on the regular. I think you're probably going to start, even though it takes away from it. If they started somebody like I don't know, man. You know what?
Come on, Legos. Put somebody on the Lego block,
right.
man. Come on.
Against all right. But see, I think it's 2 things. Against big teams, I think it's going to be Mitch. Against
a stationary starter. Like they do every year. Yeah.
All right. Clarkson.
I don't think Brown is going to change the lineup every time it's a different team. I think he's going to have a standard 5-man starting unit. The second unit will be the team that'll be augmented with that Lego piece, like you saying. Who's the starter?
All right. Well, then I think the starter is going to be. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that the starter is going to be Clarkson.
I don't think that's a bad choice, though.
For the running gun and the way it goes. Though I also think he could be the 6th man of the year, but you put me on the spot, so you know what I'm saying. Like
if you
can also be Deuce. I mean, it's
yep.
It's hit or miss.
If you go through all the variables, I think it's going to be Josh Hart. I think they bought Clark. This is my opinion anyway. Not my opinion, but I think they bought him over there to boost the bench. Our bench was 30th in the league in scoring. They didn't have no guy who could really get buckets. I mean, we had guys who could knock out a 3 and shit, like Shamit, Campaign, and Deuce and them. but they didn't have nobody in that bench to me that can literally say, "It's 10 seconds left in the clock. I could break down the defense, shake a joker, and get a bucket." I think Mitch. And this is. I want to ask Dave this question because this is for Dave Smith. Dave Smith, I'm glad you answered that. Who would you rather have to play in the lineup with Cat there and Brunson them, Dave Smith? Because I really want to ask you that question because Mitch can work to the sense of taking some of the pressure off of Cat to help him out with the rebounding, to do the things that, Cat don't have to put his energy out there to do. He can save that energy for getting buckets. You know what I mean? So in other words, Mitch makes sense to me because Mitch takes the pressure off that front line, and we can use Cat for when he dominate. He's a dominating scorer, get rebound. We need him on the court. I like Mitch there, but Dave said McBride. So I don't have a problem with that neither. Actually, I thought that would be the ultimate way to go, Shot Powers. I thought it should have been Deuce McBride with number one, it helps Brunson in the backcourt because it's a defense. You know what I mean? And then you got him and Anobi and Mikal Bridges on the wing defending the best offense players in the game, basically. So it's but I think it's gonna be Josh Hart though. I think it'll be Josh Hart and Mitch.
I do like the Deuce card. That is a very strong card to put Deuce there because now you're talking about in your second unit, Clarkson, a sixth man of the year, and Brogdon, a sixth man of the year, with Deuce playing wherever he wanted to do. Now Deuce don't have to be the primary scorer in that second unit no more. He has those flare 3-point shots. He plays the D and he shoots the 3. That's all Deuce got to do. No pressure on Deuce. That's so easy for Deuce. You got Clarkson in the backcourt with Yabusele and Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, right. Well, Josh Hart and Malcolm Brogdon. That's smoke right there, ladies. That's a smoke. Malcolm Brogdon.
Let me say something. When I said Clarkson, I knew that he was never going to start, right? That's why I said Deuce at the very end.
I got you.
He is brought in here specifically to be what we missed out on last year.
To be that sixth man.
And go look in the chat. The whole time I said a sixth man's coming out of New York Knicks.
Yeah, he did.
Man's coming from New York Knicks.
That's
so
right.
I know he's going to play back then. To me, if you're starting Mitch, but and you said you liked Hart there as well. You could start Hart there. I do agree with you, Shah. They're going to be a stationary one starting unit, right? One. But how fast a sucker come out?
Yes,
how fast they go in and out?
It could be 3 minutes.
It could be 3 minutes. I'm telling you right now. You start
back up and down.
Right. It could be a half a minute, and
right,
it could change in a second. But I in my world, Clarkson is definitely like the sixth man of the year, or you might even find Belly doing it, depending on what he can do. I'm really seeing. I see them playing together with the Brogdons and the Deuces. That's why it was hard for me to say Deuce starts because it's nice for them to run together. But you're right that we have Brogdon.
Yeah, man.
So maybe Deuce is the second. Maybe he is the starter.
Yeah, you know I like that. Why I like that, Jay Choser in chat and talk about reason why I like Deuce there. Because it takes the pressure off of Deuce because he got cats in front of him. Ananobi, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, they call it Towel. He don't got to worry about when he got to get a bucket. He good.
Nope.
3 and D. Mike Brown said run to that corner, play some defense, jack that 3 up. But then that bench, man, listen, you can't tell me that Malcolm Brogdon, if he stay healthy, Clarkson, Josh Hart, Yabusele, and Mitchell Robinson.
Oh my God.
That's one of the deepest benches in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen, bar none. And the backcourt with 2 of the backcourt dudes were 6 man of the years already. Brogdon was 6 man of the year, and Clarkson was a 6 man of the year already.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then you got Josh Hart, Mr. Swiss Army knife, rebounder, scorer. He could get the buckets. He could rebound. He could pass the ball. He could set the pace. One of the better offensive rebounders in the game at his size. With Mitchell Robinson, a demon on the glass when he need to be, and Yabusele could pop the three.
Yabusele right there in the middle.
Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty tough, man. So whatever way he goes, I think he got a good one, Jay Children. I don't think you can even go wrong with this roster because he got so many interchangeable parts, and all these cats know how to play basketball. So it's gonna be pretty. That's why I'm so giddy about it. But I don't know. I think it boils down to I would say them three: Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, and Deuce. I like Deuce and Bryant though. I was big on them starting this season at the beginning. Like, you know what? They put my man Deuce and Bryant in that starting lineup. He now when you try to double team Jalen Brunson,
there it is. Remember at the end of the year when we were having a rough time when Brunson was getting double teamed before the half line, before we got to half court.
That's right.
That's exactly where Deuce comes in. If they're both coming up together, they can't do that to them. It's impossible to stop them to do that. Then you got three guys who are capable of doing anything already on the other side of the line. So, you know what? Look, I know Clarkson's on the bench, 100%. I want him on the bench. I think he could score an easy anywhere between 16 to 25 a night from the bench. I really believe it. I really believe he gets down like that. Yeah, and I was listening to an interview. He said that he got cut from the team. His very first thought was New York Knicks. Mm-hmm. That was his very first thought. And then you got a man who scores, who plays his heart out, who's done incredible things in the league already. And you go out and get them for $2,296,000. So less than $3 million, you get this guy who, without a doubt, could drop 30.
Easy.
30.
And I'm sorry, you talk about Clausen?
Yeah, underrated.
Yeah.
People understand. He's a very underrated ball handler, man. The cat can play, man. He's been around for a minute. He can play. He got skill.
Yep.
Look at his numbers. Numbers don't lie. You know how we say it. So he really get it, man. Listen to some what Mike Brown had to talk about that. I thought he said some interesting things, man. I'm liking what they trying to do with the roster, how they want to do it, the way he want to implement what he want to do. Let's hear a couple of thoughts from these guys from training camp, man, and just see what's on their mind, and we get that. So to everybody in the chat too, man. Appreciate y'all coming in here. We in here, man. It's Divine, Shot Powers. Jay Chosen. We in here, man. Next Real Talk, man. Episode 15. Make sure you like and subscribe to your boys and all that good stuff, man. We getting amped for camp, man. That's what we doing today, man. But Real Talk. Let's listen to some what Mike Brown had to say, and we get back at it, man. Real Talk.
What's up, man?
Turn down.
What's happening, everybody?
What's a day like this week for you emotionally, just to get it started and see your players around?
Man, it's exciting. I've been communicating with the players all summer. It's been fantastic to be around them. Everybody's itching and ready to go. So it's exciting.
Is there anything I know you have a very short run here before this preseason game starts. Have you kind of tried to put things into the team or any things changes you want to make, systematic things?
The great part about it is our communication with the players has been at a pretty high level throughout the course of the summer. And so for us, our messaging started a month and a half or whatever ago. And then we've had optional workouts, and, our guys have been great attending the optional workouts, and we've been able to lay a little bit of the foundation during those times. And so we feel like we're not too far behind, at least to the point where we could have been if we wouldn't have been talking to them at all.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, what's up, man?
There's
some guys here, Brunson, I guess, and Novi, maybe.
You're gonna say some things, y'all tuning in, I haven't heard already.
You know, under
But we're gonna
previous
talk
coach
about
and everything.
Jalen Brunson.
When
That's
you
what I
come
really
in,
want
how do you sort of address
the way
what
he gonna
they were doing,
what do you
kind of
play
keep that on top of what you're going to add yourself to make sure they're still who they've been the last couple of years?
But you always try to look at your guys' strengths whenever you're implementing something, and you try to put them in the best possible position to have success. First, to help the team, but you also have to keep in mind what their individual goals / aspirations are, and especially based on what their talent level is. So trying to mesh that is definitely my job, and I think the way that we play on both ends of the floor will enhance what they do very well.
They had 5 guys that played a lot together last season, and obviously you coming in, you have different approach, different philosophies. Do you have in your mind, like, are you settled on a starting lineup, or is that something that's going to materialize throughout camp?
Yeah, no, it will materialize throughout camp. I think it's too early to go in and say, hey, this is what's going to happen. The roster, Leon and his group did a fantastic job putting together a talented, deep roster. And so you have to be methodical with your approach when it comes to declaring, okay, hey, these guys are going to start.
Do you have a team identity that you're solving for as you're looking for that starting lineup, or is that something that will emerge?
Some good questions they asked. I'm out to give you credit.
Definitely.
As we make the decisions, but the one thing that we want to make sure we do offensively, we want to play fast with the floor spaced, and not just in the full court, but in the half court too, with a certain cadence though in the half court. And then defensively, we want to be physical. We want people to fill us, and we want to be without fouling. And so those are two things at the forefront of what I'd like to get accomplished early on with this team.
Ladies and gentlemen, me and Shaw Power spoke about this earlier. I don't know if you guys are in the chat already, but why do we think Knicks might be a 1 to 3 top scoring team? Because of the way he just said, they're gonna be playing faster. So that means they get a chance to get more opportunity with the ball. They put it in the bucket because now they're gonna be playing with more pace. And I've been Shaw Power's pet peeve for years. Pace. Now you got a coach coming in here who really play like that. And I thought that was when he said that, I'm like, okay, now we got a better bench, and we're gonna be playing with a little bit more speed. And we're gonna hear him say it in a few minutes. The reason why, the way he's gonna use Jalen Brunson, I thought that was very interesting as well. So just check it out, and then we get to something else.
Team that plays fast. How do you start that progress or that progression of taking a team that didn't necessarily have yet that NBA playing at a high pace to get in there? It's simple as they run faster, do research, and how do you implement that?
That's the first thing. Tell them run faster. But there are things within what we try to do and what we teach, and for us, the biggest thing is getting to the corners. You got to have guys that are capable of getting to the corners quickly. If you have guys that can get to the corners, especially guys that can shoot the ball and or make plays like we do on this team, and it doesn't matter who gets to the corners. Our 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be interchangeable. Our 5 will pretty much do the same job every time, whether it's a rim run or a trail spot that he'll fill. But if you can get guys to the corner right now, then that's going to flatten the defense, and it's going to start the dominoes to fall with the ability to drive and touch the paint with the kick and all those other things. And so emphasizing that while putting a sense of urgency or a sense of importance on getting to the corners is going to be huge. And if our guys embrace that, which I feel they will, that'll start the whole process the right way.
That's interesting. Now, when we talk about Jalen Brunson, I like what he said about him. Just
if you look at what I've done in the past, it's usually 9.5 to 10 guys. I try to play as many guys as I can, and even when I was in SAC and we had an injury during the course of the season. There was a point in time where, towards the end of the season, there was a point in time where I started a two-way guy in Keon Ellis. And so I'm going to try to play who can help us win, and I'm going to try to give guys an opportunity.
And there it is.
It is.
Hopefully, with as deep as our roster is, everybody will get an opportunity at some point throughout the course of the season.
Like obviously last year, there was a ton of success.
Ever since Breezy got into the Canadian market, I
Let me
just
say
felt
this, ladies and gentlemen. To me, Shaw Powers and J. we get back to that. He just laid out pretty much what he's gonna do, how he's gonna implement what he's gonna do, and I think for right now, the thing that really got me is obviously he said he's willing to play more than 9 or 10 guys. That's a good thing. That's what Tibbs didn't do, right? So we could say that that's a different Shaw Powers. Running to the corner to get the quick threes. That's Steph Curry. That's Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? Move that ball, run to that corner, bang, just run to the corner. And we got guys who roughly on our team in the starting lineup, 4 dudes, damn it, shoot 37 or better from that position. Anunoby, Cat, Brunson, and McHale. You add the pace and you add that quick corner 3, and I think you got a recipe for a good offense for sure.
I just have to laugh because this is what we're going to see. And I mean, last year I used to have to say, let's push the pace, control the pace when you need to, push the pace when you have to. This year's going to be push the pace when you have to, when you want to, when you need to, whenever you want to. It is going to be so fun to watch. And we have the one thing last year, and I hate to say this out loud because some people don't like to hear it, but we won 51 games last year. We were 2 games away from the playoff.
polite.
So
absolutely. Jay,
so what else is there?
Yeah, Jay, from hearing what Matt Brown was saying, what made you feel good about what he was saying? What did you didn't like about what he was saying?
Well, I picked up on a few things. First of all, we saw about 5 more smiles than we saw at all from Tibbs last year.
Yeah, right. Fact.
So I thought that was like kind of another issue that I never really talked about. But like, it's all right to be serious, but you know what? When you're in a workplace, and we all know this as we work throughout our lives. When you do something that you like to do, it's never work. So if you're always serious and it's always like, kind of like a Marine demeanor, it does something. I always felt that way. And he rose us levels, and I got to give him his flowers. That's something I've been practicing doing for anybody. While they're still alive, give people their flowers so they can water them themselves. What I like out of them, and I heard this, and I hope that you guys heard this, I didn't necessarily hear that he's going to have a solidified starting 5. When he mentioned that he played, what was it, a 2-way player?
That was in the 2-way for the injury? Yeah.
Yeah, he started him. So I know there was variables involved in that, right? And reasons and all that other stuff. I'm a believer that in order to win, you do what you got to do. So we are going to see a lot of tampering with and maneuvering with this guy. Something, again, we didn't see last year. I think Tibbs' big problem is he couldn't pivot well. He didn't know exactly when to change people, and also he didn't have people to change too.
That's
so if you add all that together, we have legitimately 2 starting lineups, and then we got some extras. And I love the extras that they brought in. I really do. That's what I was looking at over here. So what I got from Brown is that he knows what the mission is. He seems right now that he's very calm, collected, that he knows what he's been around a while. He knows these guys can play ball. I'm sure he's going to like make some plays up, but also allow Brunson to run the field sometimes and Cat to run the field sometimes and whoever it might be at that time. I'm just so excited. I'm head over heels. I think, like I said, 5 more smiles than we've ever seen. I think if we have a team that is going to adapt to that, but also be beastie at the same time, because you heard what he said. We said we're gonna run a smooth. We're gonna have a smooth something, and we're gonna be tough as hell on defense or something at that moment. And then Shalev, I was thinking the same thing. Like, so it's. I think it's going to be I think that it was a good interview. I think the guy was asking great questions, like you were saying. And
there's a couple of them. I think that was the yesterday, right? That was the day before. I think that's the first day, right?
Media.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Yeah.
And Mike Brown said something interesting, but let me put y'all up so game 2.
Yeah.
There's only one person, it's only one position they ain't starting. He don't know who starting is. Because number one, everybody else made $37 million, so you ain't sitting there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I have out, by the way.
And I know we all make that in $40 million. You ain't sitting them on the bench. So let's keep it a buck. Talk about one position. And that's Josh Hart position right there. Which one?
Yeah, he the next highest man out there.
Right,
$20 million.
Right, he's close to $20 million. You know?
Yeah, but you know, in a nutshell, though, I heard some good things from him, man. And like I said, it don't mean until we get on the hardwood and start pounding the pavement and start getting it popping. But Mike Brown got a good win percentage, ladies and gentlemen. The man almost won a lot of games in the NBA. His win percentage is better than Tibbs, actually. Granted, he's been around more superior talent too. I mean, you had LeBron James and all these, the Lakers or whatever. You had superior talent, but he still won some games. You know what I mean? And now that he is the coach of the New York Knicks, the only thing we can do is get behind him and hope that this man steers in the right direction. Because, like I said, he like Shaw Powell said, this man he came into the organization. They gave him an AMG, not a Celica. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's keep it up.
Yeah, he ain't no picture of like that. He got the 5 with the turbo. Right. Already scared out. Already up to 1,000 miles. Already 1,000 RPMs in it from the stop. Yeah, we ain't going. Yeah,
he came with a good car. So let's see if we can try that one because he ain't no excuse for him. He can't do it. Oh my God! He better not stick this joint up. Mike Brown stick this joint up. Yeah, I might call Tibbs back.
and let this be clear. Let this be clear too, because Jay had said this earlier about the same thing about Tibbs. In my opinion, if Tibbs would have started the season with Shaman and Precious Achiuwa, in my opinion, them staying healthy as the rest of the team did, and Mitch coming back when he did, I think we'd have been closer to 55 wins, in my opinion. I think we would have won some more games. He didn't have enough plays in the beginning of the season with Shaman out and what you would call. That's when we started doing all these hokey doke moves, and he just got set to this Tom Thibodeau circle of trust, 7 guys, and he just ran them to the ground. But they won 51 games.
Yeah, I think he had PTSD. If you actually honestly, he was like, "Damn it, man! I ain't got nobody else but these guys." Right. You know what? That's why I say.
Pretty much.
That's why I say, look, he did what he did, and not just what he did. Come on, let's be honest. What Brunson did, what all these guys did, what they did the last few years, hurt, feet hurt, legs hurt, broken things, and they still were raising their levels every year. And now every single year. I mean, let's be honest. We know that the year that we got that everybody was hurt and that he flew you over in Philadelphia, pulled down Mitch and all that. Let me tell you, that year we were going to win the chips, but we were going up and up and up with that man. Now this man has inherited not the same type of championship style play, the same players, and then more players that could do way more things than Tibbs had to work with from the bench. He's inherited Like it went from a Ferrari, it went from like a Porsche to like an Aston Martin from 2032. You know what I'm saying? We have a team.
Yeah,
And you can get excited about this, and I say that about a lot of things, man. Then you just have a rough time getting excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is not nothing to be excited about until they get on the court and start winning some basketball games. So I don't even want to say anything about being excited because I don't want everybody to get no expectations and stuff like that. But when they do start getting on the court and they do start to gel and start to look good together and stuff like that, then what you gonna say? I mean, hypothetically, if the Knicks come out here and win 61 games this year, what you gonna say bad about this team this year? You know what I mean? I don't know, everybody. There's just a lot, not all fans, not a lot of fans, not some fans, but a small,
they'll find
no
something.
matter what happened, they talk bad about the team. And this team is going to be far more superior, in my opinion, than they were last year. And before, I thought Julius Randle team with DiVincenzo, if Julius Randle would have, I think that was a really strong team because they had a big bench. They had a lot of people on that bench. I think that was a strong team, but Julius got hurt. I think that was a strong team. In my opinion, I thought that team was a little bit better than last year's team, but they had a bench. That's the only reason why I say that team was a little bit better. The bench was a little bit better. But
before,
if we can stay healthy,
than last year's team.
If we can stay healthy this year, if we stay healthy this year, I mean, I joke, but the second unit get easily average 41 points a game. And it don't even matter which lineup you want to put in. If you want to leave Josh in there, if you want to put Mitch in there, I don't care which one you want to put in. Whoever you want to put in the starting unit, that second unit is going to score about 38 to 42, 43 points a night, easy.
I could be wrong, but I really don't think that Josh is starting this year. I don't know why. I don't think so. I don't know why. I can't tell you why.
I don't think you're going to start. Did you see his finger?
Well, that's one reason why.
I think he's gonna. I think he might. I don't want to say this because I seen that finger. If y'all don't get a chance to see that finger, he might be a little. I ain't saying he's gonna be messed up, but he already starts. I think he said something about playing hurt, playing with a splint on, and all this other stuff. So that might put him back into the second unit. And like Devon said earlier, he was in with the different uniform on, which I see he had the burgundy. Was it burgundy or something like that? He had the other. Right. So that might be already saying that he's there. So, you know what I mean? And we may not need him as many minutes as we had needed him last year. What, he was number 1, 2, or 3 in the top league last year. So I think everything's going to work out great, man. I think it could be Mitchell Robinson started or Deuce started. It's going to make the lineup 10-man a solid 9.5 10-man rotation.
Hey, let me say something real quick. Piggyback on.
We could change it in a lot of ways too.
Listen, last year's team, ladies and gentlemen, they wasn't better than the team prior to last year. They had starting 5.
Right.
Let's break this down from what it really is. New York Knicks had the best starting 5 data in the game last year. They bench sucked it. So their team wasn't better than that team. Because think about it. If who got hurt that year, DiVincenzo had to take his spot, and Josh Hart had to come in. Imagine if Randall and whoever DiVincenzo came in for, because he got hurt, DiVincenzo and Josh Hart would have been on a bench. That was a strong-ass basketball team. With Bogdan Bogdanovic in that trade, then you had, that team was lit, bro. Team.
When Bogdan got hurt, that room not gay, boy.
And we still went out there and wet it up with Alec Burks. Come on, man. That team was deep. Bro. That's why I say last year's team starting unit was scorching hot, 100 points. But the team prior had in my opinion, had a deeper bench that could go long, and we had Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle.
Because think about that was a better team to me, I think, last year. Because think about this here. When we went into Philly, before Mitchell Robinson got hurt, remember, Julius Randle wasn't playing. Bogdan got hurt. Anunoby got hurt again. Mitch went out. So time we got the Indiana Pacers, we had damn near 3 starters wasn't even playing. Think about it. You lost Randle, You lost Anunoby. We re-aggravated the hamstring, and you lost Mitchell Robinson.
Yep.
You went into Indiana City with 3 starters down, and that's the only reason they beat us. And then you lose Bogdan because my man, what's his name, Batum went for that to get that loose ball and dove into my man Bogdan.
Fell on his foot or something like that in his chest, whatever that was.
But we still almost won it.
And almost won it.
And still almost won that
He
game.
was deep, man.
We were nice.
Yeah, they were. Imagine that would have happened, and DiVincenzo and them would have been on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
Come on, him and Josh Hart would have coming off the bench, behind that roster. They wasn't fucking with the Knicks. So
they changed the game. The fact that those 2 guys came off the bench behind Brunson and Randall, and I'm telling you, it's a big deal. That's why it's such a big deal that these guys are on the bench now. Mm-hmm. See how it correlates? When we were on fire on our best time, like our best possible chance to win a championship was that year for me. Mm-hmm. Now it's looking like that year again to me, with a good bench, a solid bench, with a scorching hot starting lineup. No matter who you put in that position, I don't give a damn if you put as Weber on or whatever his last name is, the other guy who you can't even say his last name. It doesn't matter who you put in there. We have a scorching hot. If they score 90, they're gonna score 90 just by themselves, 80 by themselves. When we needed them to score 100 by themselves because we couldn't get 5 to 10 points from the bench. And the bench would go and get 30 to 45 every night.
80-40, that's where I'm going.
At least 40. At least 40.
I'm giving it 80-40 this breakdown because I think that the starter unit is not going to be playing as much because of the second unit. If it's just hypothetically, let me just make one lineup in my head. Let's put Brogdon. Oh wait, I gotta think about this one. I gotta really think about this one. All right, we got Mitch, Yabusele, and then you got Deuce Clarkson and Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your second unit. Every last one of those guys that I mentioned, aside from Mitch, could get you 10 points. And I think Mitch this year is going to get you 10 points this year. I think he's going to be a solid 9-9. He ain't going to have no block shots because ain't nobody going to come down there and terrible. And and that unit running with these guys, Mitch is going to be a double-double. With Brogdon?
Right.
I like on the floor with Brogdon? Him on the floor with Brogdon? Brogdon might come. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
I like that unit for this reason.
I like Brogdon, man.
I like this unit because Yabusele is a damn near 37, 30.
Damn, you beat me to it. See, that's it right there.
So now you got Yabusele going out to the 3-point line with Clarkson, McBride.
Yep.
I mean, it's dope, man. It's a strong team. I think this is one of the better Knicks teams you've seen in years. You got 2 all-NBA dudes up in the front.
Come on, man. Say it again. Come on, man. I'm about to
start a lineup.
I'm doing push-ups, man. I'm doing push-ups.
You got some good defenders.
Let me see one.
You got good shooters. And then you add, I think what the Knicks did, I think the biggest sign I think they did this year when they went and got Clarkson. I'm telling y'all why, ladies and gentlemen. Clarkson gonna tear that second unit up because he's a bucket getter. Knicks have no bucket getters. Think about it. They haven't had bucket getters probably since
Alec Burks. You can say Alec Burks.
Yeah. Alec
Or DiVincenzo when he was on the bench. Or DiVincenzo when he was on the bench.
So that's the big difference right there. I think they went and got what they needed. They went and got some side. They went and got some scoring to add to what they already had, ladies and gentlemen. And I think they're gonna be it. But here, let me say this. Let you hear this thing right here. Then I think this is what I really want to talk about earlier. Mike Brown was talking about
this some back in July. How do you kind of address that and sort of embrace that as you go into the season where there are pretty high expectations for what you guys are expected to do?
Well, first thing is that shoot, I don't know if anybody has any higher expectations than me. I love being in a position where you feel expectations, and to me that means there's something of importance that you're doing and that you enjoy and others enjoy. Our guys, I don't feel they're any different with the little bit of time I've been around them. We know what our job is at hand. It starts tomorrow, and it's one step at a time. It's every day, every practice, every shoot around that's in front of us. We have to attack it with abandon. And if we do, and we embrace what our roles are, we embrace the culture that we're trying to build here, then good things are going to happen. Knowing that we have a target on our backs. And when you do have that on your backs, you got to bring your best every time you step out on the floor, not just during game time.
That's facts.
That one of the things that appeal to you about this job, I mean, it is the ultimate challenge. You're going to wait in your career. Like, not that you weren't ready for challenges before, but this is the ultimate challenge. Did you find that appealing about this job?
100%. I mean, you talk about the knowledge within this city and the passion within this city. You talk about MSG, I mean, that's a venue that everybody wants to be in every night of the year if possible. So there are a lot of great things about this opportunity. And when I say the city too, it's Westchester County because I live out there, and I don't want people out in Westchester County getting upset with me because I didn't give you guys a shout out. So it's not just about the city, but oh, you do? Okay, fair enough. Yeah. But no, all those things are definitely appealing to taking this job. And then you go back and you look at the job that Leon and his group did. My conversations with Mr. Dolan, all those things make this thing an extremely appealing job.
Can you talk about a few things about this job real quick?
I'm sorry.
He ready to embrace it though, Shot Powers. Jay told he ready to embrace it.
He got his arms open like this.
That's a great question. Mm-hmm. Yes, because from the outside looking in, you think that you have a pretty good feel. One of the things I learned is these guys are self-starters and they're pretty hard workers.
Right.
And so to be around a veteran team, I've been in some situations like this to see it's a self-starter group is very exciting to be around. And then even though they're a veteran group, they seem hungry to
turn a breathtaking moment into a breathtaking space.
He's saying all the right things. He's saying all the right things, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we can put this machine together, man. And Jay Cho and Shot Powell to get this shit popping. It's gonna be going on in MSG this year for sure.
100%, man. I mean, look, I really believe that he's going to find. We're gonna see defined. Eventually, we're gonna see defined lineups, right? Defined ones where he feels comfortable. The Clarkson and the Belly pickup are so like a Brogdon pickup is very important. Mitch being healthy, super important. All these things are a big deal. I even like the bringing in of the lens in them to push the other people to play. I like everything they're doing seems to be. Oh no, Darlene. Seems to be like they're pushing the right buttons. You know what I'm saying? Like they seem to be pushing the right buttons. Mm-hmm. And I could really see them with, I'm not joking, 4 or 5 different lineups. Piece of my cousin Denise in the house. All right. Thanks for showing up and showing my brother's love. Denise Torres, my cousin. So yeah, I really like it. Like on a strong lineup like that with the rebounders such as Belly and such as Hart and such as Mitch, you don't want to see that on a second unit. You don't want to see people like that. And then you have Clarkson, like you said, an absolute bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know that they're going to integrate with different people. You're going to see Bridges with some of them at some time. You're going to see Brunson with them at some time. You're going to see Cat mixing and play with them sometime. It's going to be mixed. It's going to be mixed like that. You might see a Cat, Belly, Brunson, OG, Clarkson move. It doesn't matter. Anywhere we go, we're going to be able to score and we're going to be able to rebound and play defense. And I really believe the more we go, put our foot on the pedal offensively, and the defense will start coming in
Williams
easy.
color chip.
So,
yeah. It's interesting to me. Just to piggyback off what you were saying, it's a versatile team, very versatile. I mean, and when you got a team who you can. As a coach, you're going to be comfortable knowing that any situation in the game, my personnel fits that situation. If it's an offense situation, if it's an offense situation, I got offense. If I need a defense lineup, I could go Mitchell Robinson, McHale, Anunoby, Deuce and Bride, or whoever. You know what I mean? So he got to feel good knowing that on both sides of the ball, if everything formulates the way it's supposed to, he got to be feeling good about the roster because that's why I can understand why he giddy here because I'm giddy. But and not only that, not only us as fans, everybody critique what the team gonna do. Not only us, everybody do it. So that's why you got the gambling sites and this team they got the Knicks finishing second. Well, that's because they think the team is good. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a prediction and none of that because that's what they doing. They predicted the Knicks are gonna be the second best team behind the Cavaliers in the NBA in the Eastern Conference. Okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's what people do. They probably got OKC number 1, this team number 2. So yeah, I got the Knicks being number 1. I'm fucking the Cavaliers. I got the New York Knicks being number 1 in the Eastern Conference this year. That's how
without a doubt, but not even close. Even close.
I think this team is gonna be, ladies and gentlemen. I can't say this enough. The New York Knicks team came in the last year is nothing compared to this team. Nothing compared to this team. The team that they played with last year is nothing compared to the team they got now. A better bench, stronger Mitchell Robinson coming out the gate, a guy who can score buckets, another guy who can get. This team is way better than last year's team because it's the same team with a couple of more better pieces and with a healthier team coming out the gate. You know what I mean? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, no Preston Chua, no Landry Shaman, no Mitchell Robinson coming out the gate. If the New York Knicks got a training camp healthy, that team is going to be dangerous to me. And there's not no homer. I'm just looking based off the numbers and the talent. They didn't have a Malcolm Brogdon on that bench. Campaign ain't no Malcolm Brogdon. Campaign is not Malcolm Brogdon.
Not even close, man. Not even close.
Which would you rather have? Campaign for $2.7 million or Brogdon right now? All right, that's what I was gonna say. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's and not only that, Deuce and Bride is not a Jordan Clarkson.
Facts,
without a doubt.
So now you add them 2 better players, and that's not and the way Preston Chua was playing last year. I think because of time, but he ain't Yabusele because he don't shoot the ball from out there better than Yabusele do. Right. So to me, add Mitchell Robinson into that equation out the gate. That team is way better than last year's team. Way better than last year's team.
Right.
So
and they were asking things out of pressure that he couldn't do. Even when he came back healthy, he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So now you got that. You got Yabusele to fit in that thing. If you watch the game, I think it might have been the last game we played against them. I know that they had nobody really on the squad except for our guy and Yabusele, whatever. But man, he can shoot, he can rebound, he's in your face. He didn't take the game lightly because they had nobody and because they were blown out and all that. He playing his heart out. Of course, I know he was looking for the bet, looking for a team of bag. But the truth is, these guys are not only one of the best, some great pickups, and remind me of that team that we keep talking about. This reminds me of the team that we are reflecting on. Not last year's team. I'm talking about the one that had a bench. You're talking about a guy who makes almost $20 million, who's willing to play the bench. Most people making $20 million, $20+ million, well, like what you said earlier, you know these guys are going to start 30 million, 50 million, 34 million, 21 million. You won't get that out of Hart. He ain't going to pout. He ain't going to do any of that. He's a team player.
Team player.
A team player. Right? So I mean, look, you got it. This is exciting, man. You got a lot of ball handlers. All that stuff that was happening with Brunson bringing the ball up and double teamed, and now I'm telling you, I've been saying this for a long time. I always say this, that Brunson's a 1-2 combo. If you put somebody else back there like a 1-2 combo, like a Deuce, perhaps, and you will have that interchangeable pieces that you could bring up. This team is the Lego team of life. Boom, 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 boom.
They're gonna be nice. They're gonna be
I'm
nice.
gonna call them the Lego team. I'm telling you forever now. I mean, you can literally make anything out of this team. Anything.
Yeah, you know, if it all come together on paper and it work out the way it's supposed to, I'm not even second guessing this team at all. Because, like I said, to me, you got to take into consideration what happened with that team last year and why they way it went. Listen, and if you want to say Tibbs burnt them out a lot, and then by the time they got to the Indiana Pacers, legs going, shooting 29% from downtown, shooting 60% from the charity stripes, you know, gave blue game that you didn't supposed to blow. That to me might could have been a sign of just tired. They ran
out of steam.
They ran out of steam. That's all that was. The reason why you all of a sudden you go from shooting this good to that bad is because your muscles going. You know what I mean? So I think time they got to that Indiana series, they went to 2 grueling series with Boston and Detroit, and not having a bench what they didn't have, they couldn't sustain it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, campaign was he was forced to have to make us put DeLon Wright in there or whoever, Shaman in there, whoever. So you know, this year I don't think they had that problem so far, and that's why I give this team a good chance of doing something strong. I think this team is loaded, better than they were last year, and if everything goes the right way, Shaw Powell and Jay Cho, they stay healthy. And Mike Brown got a good thing to work with. Let's see how it goes. Who knows how it's going to be? They can wind up being 7th in the Eastern Conference. Don't even think about that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, Magic going to make noise. They're going to make some noise. I still think it's Cleveland and Boston. I mean, Cleveland and the Knicks, excuse me. I think it's Knicks and Cleveland. And look what happened to Cleveland last year. That's the goal to tell you. Early. But I still think that Kenny Atkinson, his first year coach, I think he had to go through what he had to go through with them. But because this year, if they don't get over the hump this year, then what that tell you about who is Donovan Mitchell? What did I tell you? Who is Donovan Mitchell? They don't get over that hump this year. If they don't beat the Knicks and get to the finals, what does that say about his legacy? Even when he was in Utah, he got to the Western Conference Finals or something like that, but he never got over that hump.
Yeah.
So, but they got a loaded team there too. They lost Strauss. That's gonna hurt them a little bit. You know, and they just picked up Mark Bryant. I mean, not Mark Bryant. Bryant from Indiana last year. Thomas Bryant, excuse me.
Thomas Bryant. Yeah.
And see, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you got to keep an eye on Alex Len. Now they got Mobley, Jared Allen, and Thomas Bryant. 3 7-footers, ladies and gentlemen. The game changing. So you got to watch out for guys like Alex Len. He might mess around and make that team because of his size. And
that was one of our issues too. Don't forget that last year when we came up against a fast-paced, taller squads, we had some issues with that. So now you never know. I mean, you never know. And that's the best part of that. Having an excellent team and we still gonna have somebody else, we don't know. I'm excited, man.
I was interested. Here's why, ladies and gentlemen, here's another reason we might have to start. Who won a championship last year? OKC, right?
OKC.
OKC had 2 7-footers in that lineup.
That's right.
Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. And that's the way the NBA is start. That now you got these big dudes, 2 7-footers. Now they going down there like Ralph Sampson and my man Hakeem Olajuwon, Twin Tower shit now in the NBA nowadays. Because these big boys can light it up from out there now. So it's interesting to see the way this thing gonna go down, man. In the scheme of things in the NBA, it's gonna be an exciting year. I think our guys got enough talent. We got enough size. We got enough shooting. We got enough grit. I think we got a good arsenal coming out of the gate. If nobody don't get injured, knock on wood, I hope they don't. That prolong, that be out of a sustainable period of time. I like our chances, Jay Chola, shot power. I really do. I like the Knicks' chances this year, man. I like them last year. I predicted them going to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I didn't predict them going to the finals last year. But I'm not going to lie to you. Once they beat Boston, I thought they should have got there.
That was it right there.
Finals. I predicted the Knicks last year at the beginning of the season. I said Knicks won 55 games and they would make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So they satisfied what I thought they were going to do. This year, finals. I ain't trying to hit shit. New York Knicks to the finals. This team better than last year's team, Shot Powers. You know what I mean? So they got to get to the finals. This team is better than last year's team by far. By far, because they got more bodies and more talent coming off the bench. And even if you put Mitch on the bench, that's another talent on the bench with Yabusele and Clarkson. They ain't had that shit last year. They had nothing like that last year. For real, man.
No.
I know one thing that we all talk, we all sing in the same, we all on the same page. And the best thing about what's going on is we all reading from the same paragraph. And I mean, it is such an ideal thing to see this team get on the floor and be healthy this year, because this team is on paper right now as constructed with what we have. We have all-star, we have all-star, 2 all-stars in the starting unit. We could be some defensive-minded players in the starting unit. Whoever that 5th person is going to be, we have a scoring guard in the second unit. We're going to have hopefully a contributing point guard in the starting unit. We're going to in the second unit, excuse me. And you're going to have Mitchell Robinson, defensive monster, in the second unit, and Yabusele in the second unit. And everybody else falls where the chips lay. I missed one person in both lineups because those 2 people I think are going to interchange. So I think I'll leave them. But I think those 8 players right there is going to be something serious to come into this season with.
I'm gonna go around the panel. We can get out here in a few minutes, but let me ask y'all this here. Despite all the positivity that we got going on in our mind, how we feel about the team, we expect what are you worried about? What will make you think, knowing that we know this team should be going here, give me a reason why you think that team could go the other way.
Injury.
Okay.
An injury to one of our key cogs. You know what I mean? Not too.
I'm knocking on everything, bro.
I'm not even gonna say a name because I don't want to put the plague on them and stuff. So I won't say a name. But one of the key cards that could be set us down or put a damper in us or drop us out of the top seed into the second seed. But who knows? Mike Brown is a very ingenious coach. He said it himself that last year when one of the starters went out, he went and got the second round player a second round player and put him in the lineup and started him. So who knows, man? And last year, I'm not sure how many wins they won, but could have been a good idea to do that. So I think I think we're gonna have a good year at that. But the biggest flaw to me is injury, because I think the lineup staying healthy and the starting, I just go to that Lego that I'm about to curse. I can't even get it out.
Legoland, baby. It's Legoland.
And you know how I feel. I was about to curse it, everything. I'm about to blow it up. I was about to curse it, everything, man. Word up.
Legoland, my brother. Legoland.
Okay, Jay.
Now, listen, if I had one thing, I would say that it would be that if he uses different lineups and he starts leaning on specific players while other ones were having like see the coach, they brought in coaches like football teams, which I love. We have a coach, we have defensive coaches, we have offensive coaches. There's nothing wrong. I'm gonna answer your question like this. Nothing.
I ain't nothing for that, man. I'm not even mad for that. I was here gonna say it's not really. I'm gonna tell you, it's really
nothing.
Hey, only reason I don't think I was saying. I think me and Shy Power. If he was on sometime, you might have heard us say this. You know, my biggest thing this year is. I'm gonna tell you what my biggest target is this year is Mike Brown.
Yeah,
Mike Brown is the one thing that I gotta see. I already know how Jalen Brunson get down. I know how Cat get down. I know how Anunoby get down. See, we already know how these dudes get down. What we don't know is how Mike Brown get down with this team. He's the only one for me that's I'm not talking about showing talent coaching. No, I'm not talking about he can't coach. I meant he's the only uncertainty because he never coached our team. Like we seen these guys last year. You know, we seen this team last year, so we know what they can do. We didn't see Mike Brown last year.
Right.
On the Knicks. So
we don't know his offense and his defensive
yeah. Other than that, I really don't got no.
Nah,
I don't have no doubts about nothing this team got going on. They are really and not only that, like I said, to me, if the Knicks wake up on Thursday, October 2nd, first day of preseason, and all the guys you see there coming to that game, I don't got a problem with the Knicks at all this year. That's all I'm saying. If the New York Knicks come into the into the regular season, let's forget the preseason, with their main starters and that bench, and they all available, I ain't got no problem with the Knicks this year. Serious. I don't got no problem.
I'll tell you this: I hate preseason. Any sport, it scares the hell out of me. I won't lie to you. But you know what? I want to say something to Shah's point. I think that we're well more equipped for any
injury.
Any
yes,
of those types
I
of
believe.
things
I believe so.
I don't even look at me. I don't even want to say the word.
But
we're
I believe
more
so.
equipped for that thing that you said.
I think so too.
That thing that you said.
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully, like you guys said, y'all just to read what you guys talked about. If we stay healthy, sky's the limit. I really believe that.
My God,
ladies and gentlemen, think about this here. This is one of the deepest teams you've seen in New York in years. I'm talking about like 10, 13 years since Carmelo Anthony and them. This is the deepest team you've seen in New York by far. I'm saying team now because we do have a team. Other than the year, like we talked about the year before, Jay Choden, Shot Power a couple of years ago, that team with Diva Chisholm and all. Other than that team, you haven't had a Knicks team like this since Carmelo, J.R. Smith, Tyson Chandler, and all. And I think this team better than that team for this reason.
It is.
I think they got better. You can say Brunson and Melo watch each other out hypothetically, or Brunson and Cat. Or Melo and Cat, whichever one you want to use. I don't care. And you can say Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony. We say Jalen Brunson and Cat, right? So you're not losing too much from that perspective. That's Daniel Watch right there. But then you add Anunoby, and I just think this team is pretty deep. I think they're a really good, solid team, and I think they could do some things. They got a good starting lineup, a great starting lineup. Actually, they got scorers and defenders. Can't go wrong with that. And no matter who they put in there, whether it's a Josh Hart or Mitchell Robinson, I don't care who they put in there. That I think our bench is going to carry us over this year. I think our bench gets us to the finals this year.
No doubt about it. Let me just say something. Now we picked up a man for less than what we're paying Dadier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who has scored in an 11-year tenure double digits every year. Who hits well over 80% from the free throw line, who's almost 46% from the field goal, who rose to the occasion in the playoffs and in 3 different games didn't miss scored 17.5, 17.5, 20.8.
You talking about Brogdon?
Year in
Yeah,
Clarkson.
I know.
In Clarkson for the year. That was
Mm.
our whole bench last year. Our whole bench. That was so one person. And you said it. That's one person. For the year, he is double digit his whole career. And I'm only deep diving with Clarkson today. I'm gonna go look in Yabusele's past, but he doesn't have the type of resume, as far as not yet. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sorry for people who like the Huckaporties. I like them. I like them. And the Koliks and all them. Those guys are going to play when we're up by 30. So you'll get to see them. But you might have to watch Alex Len instead. You never know. I'm just telling you.
You might not see none of them.
You
mess around.
I see none of them young boys.
But opening night, Huckaporty, Bacone, and Tyler going on. We got a whole.
It was shocking to me.
We got a whole nother 5 more men.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a shock to everybody. Malcolm Brogdon is one of them guys that people, they know about him, but they don't know about him. If I'm saying that the right way, like the cat can play, stellar, but I don't think people understand his game. That man can play some basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Him and Clarkson are 6 Man of the Year players. So
I'm saying that, Devon. I feel about that's my boy. I think a healthy Malcolm Brogdon in the back court with Clarkson.
That's
a healthy Clarkson and Malcolm Brogdon in your second unit. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't care who else you put in there. You can put Yabusele, you can put Huckaporty, you can put anybody that you put in that second unit is gonna be better because of Malcolm Brogdon and Clarkson. Clarkson's gonna give you that scoring. Malcolm Brogdon gonna see you. The guy used to be 50, 40, 90 type of guy. On a team like this, last couple of years, he hasn't been playing. He's been injured last year. He really took off a lot to teach them young boys. He coming to New York, this New York, baby, and they striving for something. And then you at the end of your career and you ain't got a ring, and you coming over here with $2 million? You want to get another contract before you get out of this league? You want to get another $5-7 million contract for 2-3 years, something like that? You want to get that? Let's get it over here in New York, baby. Let's make this team. You bring. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, 25 games into the season. Let's give him 20 games. But ladies and gentlemen, check this out, though.
Wow.
Malcolm Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Yabusele, and Mitchell Robinson. That's a
Josh Hart and Yabusele and Mitchell Robinson. Right. That's because those are 2 guys I tried to miss the last time. Yes.
Think about that bench, ladies and gentlemen. And
I want to just throw shit.
And you try to see what's crazy about it, what some people might not realize, they seasoned dudes. They not old dudes. They seasoned dudes. Like Malcolm Brogdon is seasoned. Jordan Clarkson's seasoned. They not old. They seasoned. And now you got this team was nothing like last year. Our bench was, like I said, nothing compared to this team. We got right now, going into the season this year, with Mitchell Robinson coming into the season, not 75 games later or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, to me, this team is one of the deepest teams they had in a long time. And if Mike Brown could pull all this shit together, cross T's and dot I's, and make this thing work, because he's the one got the biggest target, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the players got a target because they want to get to where they got farther than they went last year. But like this man got inherited a gold mine. You know what I mean? This man got inherited a motherfucking AMG or whatever, Bentley, wherever you want to put it. This man got given the keys to a car that's well financed, paid for, damn near.
Only 5 of them made in the world.
Right.
Only right now.
A roster full of jokers, 2 all NBA dudes.
Yeah.
And this team they know they gotta perform, because you know why? All of them making $40 million damn near. Think about this shit. So they know they got to put up. Like, you know, they got to go out there and perform to the highest level because they getting paid to do this shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no excuses for the Knicks this year, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks better make the finals. And here's why I'm not even sweating Cleveland. Ladies and gentlemen, we can say we want to say Cleveland got their ass knocked out last year before we did.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
They would have been a team that was them in Boston was going to do shit.
Right.
Cleveland got knocked out. That's why I'm not putting them in front of the Knicks this year. You didn't go further than the Knicks did last year. Cleveland did not go further than the Knicks did last year. So you can't say they better than the Knicks to me.
They're only doing that because they thought they ended up in first place. That's the only reason why they're doing that.
Man.
I want to read something to you really quick, and I want you to just guess, right? Who is the? I can't start there. Two-time ACC Defensive Player of the Year, 2015, 2016. Three-time first team All-ACC, 2014 to 2016. ACC Player of the Year, 2016. NABC Defensive Player of the Year, 2016. Consensus Second Team All-American, 2015 and 2016. NBA All-Rookie First Team, 2017. Rookie of the Year, 2017. Sixth Man of the Year, 2023.
Virginia's finest, Malcolm Brogdon.
And only 32 with a 7-foot wingspan.
Virginia's finest. I'm telling y'all, you put Malcolm Brogdon. He ain't on Washington, ladies and gentlemen. He on the New York Knicks team. He ain't on the Brooklyn Scrubs, man. What? He is
32. He not 36 or 30. He not 40. Like, he not 32. Doing that like that. He's 32, and he lacked up last year and sat there and teach them young boys. Listen, sit there, stop running over there, or stop going through that screen like I see you don't listen, right? Sit on
I'm telling you, it ain't the homer in me. This team is good, ladies and gentlemen. I said it last year. I'm just speaking for myself. Now, I thought the team was good last year. This team way better than that team last year, and a lot of reasons. So many reasons. Continuity, a year playing together, bench stronger. You brought in more talent. This team is way better than last year's team.
Your two-way players are elite.
Oh.
You could bring any one of your two-way players up here for 40 games and be okay if something happened. You got three of them over there that you could just use and abuse. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
It's not like our old Knicks that would bring in some
wheeling
players
and
that used
dealing,
to be good.
man. Wheeling and dealing, man.
Yep. And from a
that Leon, bro, he wheeling and dealing the Don. That dude is doing it up.
He brought in two players that had double digit every year of their career. Double digit every year of their career, including Brogdon having a couple of 6 and 7 assist year.
He's a triple threat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, with rebounds, I'm not even getting into the rest of the stats. I'm telling you, we got them, and they're 32. They're 32 and like 33 or 32 and 31, whatever they are. They're not the old Knicks that would go out. I always say that they would go out and get a good name, but they were 38 already. Go out and got a good name, but they were 39. It's not that team anymore. These guys have good names, and they're young. You know what I mean?
You got to get credit to one guy, that we really got to get credit to, man. It's not only because Leon Rose, you give him the flat, but Walt Perrin is like one
of
the
facts.
Nobody about this.
He's the best.
You wouldn't believe.
He came from Cleveland or something. Where he came from again?
Walt Perrin, he was out there with he grew up Utah with Donovan Mitchell.
Utah, that's right. You're right. Utah. I don't know why I said Cleveland.
No, that's what he would come to Walt Perrin and them. He drafted Donovan Mitchell, all of them.
I'm thinking about.
And I just think that we got a talented roster. I really do. But I think Malcolm Brogdon going to have something. So, and what I like about what the Knicks did, because think about what Cleveland had. The one thing we didn't have last year that Cleveland had coming off the bench. they had DeAndre Hunter. See, now we got Jordan Clarkson. Somebody
man,
and get you some buckets. You know what I mean? Yep. And Boston had Peyton Pritchard. We didn't have that last year. You can't ask a $3 million, $4 million Deuce McBride to do that. He did the best he can because when nobody around them to offset what he was doing. But now you got dudes who coming in here who has stellar NBA career. They all reached that $20 million, $18 million plateau in their careers. And these cats can play. Like Clarkson and Brogdon is literally legit NBA talent. So I just think that this team is way night and day, man. It's like you bringing in a new pick. It's going to be interesting. It could go the other way. Don't get me wrong. It can go the other way. But just, I don't think so. It could, know what? They got to the first round that first year, 2021. They got to the second round. They got to the third round. Now they get to the different level. Every year, the Knicks, since them, Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau took over this organization, every year they took a step more because they got more talent. You know what I mean?
That's
First
right.
we had Julius Randle and a bunch of young
Tito.
And right,
bunch of Tito.
Got Jalen Brunson. Then they went out there. They started building a roster every year, and they got better. You know what I mean? And now they at the pinnacle now. You can't go wrong with Jalen Brunson and Big Cat. You can't go wrong with that.
I want to give Randall his flowers too. Well,
man, he put Randall.
But he's the first one to actually really bring bring it in here and get that train rolling for where we're going right here, because that's when it started.
But he wouldn't have got hurt, man. Him and Jalen Brunson would have been ridiculous.
My God, man!
If he wouldn't have got hurt the year that they had that DiVincenzo went from the second unit to the starting unit, and we traded Quentin Grimes. Yep. Yeah, man. We still had Jericho Sims. We got that bench. We had Alec Burks. We had Julius Randle that year. I think we'd have went farther than we did. I don't know where we would have ended up, but that was a good team. That was a really good team.
Wasn't that the same year when Dallas surprised everybody and went to beat the faced who was it, Denver or something like that, or OKC? Oh, Denver. Remember the top three teams were tied at the end of the year in the West? And I think that was the year we got hurt.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Yeah, that was. But think about this here though. This is why I got to get Julius Randle and Tom Thibodeau, ladies and gentlemen. I know you don't allow your like him. Think about this here. Every player. I'm gonna even go out on a limb right now and say probably two players. That year, Tom Thibodeau went to the playoffs with the Knicks his first year. Think about this here. This is really important. Why you got to give him flowers. Other than Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, I don't think none of them guys in the NBA right now. Maybe Alex Burks. None of them dudes even play in the NBA no more. Nerlens Noel, you name it, all of them jokers don't even play. Reggie Bullock. I mean, he took a bunch of Julius Randle and a bunch of $5 million players. All of us making $5 million at the time.
Well, really $500,000 players, but right. Yes.
And Julius Tom Thibodeau took that team to the first round of the playoffs. He went from 21 wins to 41 wins with Julius Randle and a bunch of $5 million players. Because the only people on that team was making double digits in money was R.J. Barrett, his sophomore contract, $10 million, and Julius Randle was making $19 million. Everybody on that team was making $5 million or less. Everyone. Every single one of them players on that team was making $5 million or less. And then when they got to the playoffs, they rewarded them. They gave Noel some money. They gave my man some money because they got into the playoffs. Taj Gibson, all them dudes. But think about that. That just goes to show you, Julius Randle was carrying this franchise for a couple of years, man. If he wouldn't have got hurt in that Cleveland series and all that, man, you don't know where the Knicks could have been right now. If they wouldn't have got hurt that year, 2 years ago, you don't know where they could have been. So I say all that to say that Leon Rose been doing the right thing, man. He's been really, really doing the right thing with this organization, one step at a time, brick by brick. You know, and finally having a front office who's a real front office that runs like a business. That's just like a popularity contest. Leon Rose came in here and Worldwide West and they changed the game. And Tom Thibodeau and them, you got to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? Because we was in purgatory. 17 wins, 21 wins.
Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud.
But listen,
you know, something I'm gonna even give Dolan his props to stay the hell out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Here's the bag. Here's the money. I'm gonna go shut the hell up and play the guitar and go do my thing. You do your thing. Remember, he used to involve himself way too much, and we couldn't do nothing. Now he's out of the way. Now they see what they're doing. They look every button that press look good right now. Every damn button.
So far, I wait to see at the end of the season.
I'm really excited.
Who get cut? Who get cut? I got my eyes set on 2 players I think might make this roster. I'm going out on the list. I got a feeling. I don't know if he make it because we got enough depth there. I got a feeling Alex Lynn might mess around and he going in and do it. Listen, I'm just saying.
I think he's staying.
I think Alex Lynn might mess around and make this roster, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you. For a championship team, he's the type of guy I think you use more. He's more seasoned than all them other young guys we got. I just think that's the way the Knicks is going. But no matter what they do, Shot Powell, they got a good team. I would go around the panel, let you guys get your final thoughts in. But I'm excited about it. I really am, man. Now let's go New York, man. Thursday, October 2nd, Philadelphia, game 1 of the preseason. Let's see how this thing gonna formulate, man. But we'll see y'all next Wednesday. So we will see y'all before. Matter of fact, we're gonna do it like this here. We're gonna do the pregame show Thursday because that's when the game is. We just come on Thursday, do the pregame show. That's all because it's gonna be on.
What time is it though?
But yeah, that's right. I think that game is 12 o'clock though, Shop Powers.
Yeah, what time is that? Oh man, I almost cursed again. I forgot. It's in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right.
They're getting that A-Rab money. Yeah, they're getting that A-Rab money. Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm saying it like the A-Rab.
So you want to get and do it Wednesday night? So just get and do the pregame.
What time is the game? I think it is. The game is 12 o'clock. Yeah. I guess we do it Wednesday. I mean, it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we do it Wednesday night.
One of them is Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday is going to be 11 a.m. But
that's brutal.
Then after that, you ain't doing a 9 o'clock in the morning show on Saturday.
Jesus.
Yeah, I ain't trying.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do it Wednesday then. Wednesday night.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because I ain't listen. Because time you get up and get your breakfast in, do the things you need to do. It'd be like, the game on. Which I
call it the breakfast show, man. The breakfast show, man. We just get up and then do it.
The old Knicks will talk with the morning.
You could do a Friday night show for that game. You could do a Friday night show for the second one.
Yeah, right. That's what it might have to be because them some early games right there.
Second one, Friday night game. You know what I mean? Friday night.
So listen, we do Wednesday and Friday. so
look.
Man. Give me your last words as we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Choden and Shop Powell. We close it up.
All right, man. Listen, it has been. First of all, I have been missing this show, and for a little while, I reached out to Shaw. I was like, "Man, were you guys on?" Because I couldn't remember the day. I've been busy, really, really busy. Got some health issues, had some stuff going on, built a new business. A lot of things happened in my life, but I was looking for you. I wanted to get there. It has been flashback to like the good times of last year. I had an unbelievable time with you guys. I'm super, super excited. You know what I mean? It's good to be back talking about our favorite basketball team, our incredibly highly improved in every which way basketball team. I look forward to many more of these sit downs and talks about what I hope are victory after victory after victory. I don't know if you guys did this or not, but I have them well over 658 wins, maybe close to 62. I believe in us that much, and I'm not scared of a near person in the East. I'm not scared of any team, actually. But we got to worry at one game at a time. I can't wait for the league. I can't wait for it to start. And thanks for having me again.
I'm in Shop Powers.
My brother.
Tay Chosen, thank you for being on. Divine, as always, salute to the family in the chat. We back on. It's back on, baby. It's back on, baby. Let's get it. We be back on Wednesday. Wednesday night. I mean Thursday.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, for the pregame. Let's get it. Next basketball back in full effect. You see what happens when you have perennial? See what happens when you have perennial? It doesn't, you have a shorter time in between the time that they either win or lose till you get to the new season. Perennial. Remember we said that 5 years in a row. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau, for getting us there for there. And let's see what Mike Brown can take us over the hump this year. Let's get it.
Indeed.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's gonna be a fun season. I think we're gonna have more good times than bad times this year, like we did last year. But I think really we're gonna have nights where Knicks might wind up not playing good that night. It might take an egg. It don't listen. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. It's to get to the ultimate prize. And I think
it's about the playoffs.
Right. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. You know how it go. One game will define the season. But I do think this team is built, and they built right. And I hope Mike Brown can get these guys to where they got to go, man. I am super excited about this team, man. Man, just from a fan perspective, you know, being a fan, we've been through some tough years being a Knicks fan, ladies and gentlemen. Man, tough years, and that's why I'm so giddy about that you finally can say, you know what, for like 8-9 years, all that we did we had to talk about the laugh out loud Knicks. The team sucked. The team sucked for 9 years. We finally had for the last 5 years to say, okay, we had some good shit to talk about. You know what I mean? And because we were so tied up in the losing and the bad organization and the bad wheeling the deal, and we finally got some good product. Now we got a product on the floor that's going to make every Knicks fan, to me, should want to root this team on to get to the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get a championship before we all get up out of here. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, the youngsters can hang in there a little longer, but we want to see a ring. And I think the Knicks are in a good position right now to get a damn ring. They got a good team, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I really believe that they got a good team. They put the right mixture of players together. Let's see how it goes. We don't know until the ball gets thrown up, and hopefully that we have way more wins than losses. I'm with Jay Chosen. I'm definitely already, like I said, I see Knicks at 60 easy. Because just like Cleveland and Boston won 63 last year, 60 games, we could do it too. Our team just as good as theirs. So if they could do it, why we can't do it? And I think we would have did it minus the Jalen Brunson 17-game absence, Mitchell Robinson missing 70, 60-something games, Shaman missing games, Achua missing games, and a bench that was suspect. When I say suspect, I say suspect, and we still won 51 games.
And that's being kind.
That'd be kind, right?
That's being kind.
That's why I'm optimistic about this thing. I just think that they got a good team, and they haven't proved us wrong yet, man. They haven't proved us wrong. Let's see if they can get it popping. But thanks to everybody coming in, Latoria, everybody, Ron, my man, good to see you. Y'all know it is, man. Ron always get it popping on days, man. Y'all make sure y'all check them out on Saturday. They had a good one on Saturday, man. They had Uncle Freezy him up in the building, Jay Chosen with the building, Showers in the building. Yeah, get down on Still Nick fan on Saturday. I was out there grinding, but I always try to get in the chat, man. If I can't make it on there, y'all know how I get down. I'm out here running around. So it's never on podcasts, but brother who's real private, just go, don't have enough time and energy in my work. I wish I had a 48 hours in one day. I might get on these things. It's just the way, with my way of life, man, the way I operate, man. So that's the reason why you don't see me on a lot of shows, not because I don't want to be there, I can't be there. Just the way my life is built, you know what I mean? The OG, married, a lot of priorities. Yep. Business, running a business.
Businesses. I'm about to say the same thing.
Ain't enough time in the day, man. It really ain't. But that's why I know that as a fan, I can sit back and listen to you guys on Saturday and know that I'm in the chat. I'm one of the invisible guys I'm on the invisible panel like we see on here. Everybody in that chat over there, y'all just an invisible panel. We might not see your face, but we see the knowledge that you're putting out there. So that's how we gotta do it. You know what I mean? But I'm excited about the season, ladies and gentlemen. Shaw Powers, Jay Chosen, Wednesday night. Let's get it. We get it popping, man. I'm gonna sign all the way up, go up here, get ready for the next day. Cause I know everybody else gotta do the same thing. But
make sure y'all get your Knicks Real Talk bracelets too, man.
Oh yeah, man. Real Talk, the bracelets. The store. Listen, the store will be
almost there. We got the
Wednesday,
bracelets and all that.
the store is nice, man. I'll send the link out there, KNICKSRealTalkMerch.com, RickStore.com. I'm sorry. Should be nice, man. We working, man. That's what we've been doing all summer. Like we told y'all before the season was over, we're gonna come back bigger, stronger, and we've been working, man. We've been working. You got to get better. You can't stay stagnant. You know what I mean? Just like our Knicks, they got to the playoffs in the first round. They went to the second round. They went to the third round. They went to the fourth round. Knicks Real Talk had a freshman year. We in our senior year. So we got to get ready to graduate, man. That's what we do. Just trying to work it out, man, and keep you guys engaged because we appreciate all you guys. Y'all already know how it is, man.
It's gonna be a great year.
It's gonna be a good year, man. Let's go Knicks.
Definitely.
Until then, salute to the chat. Y'all stay safe out there, man. A weekend to be here and everything. Y'all just stay safe, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit up Shop Powers on Power Formulation. He got all the drip. He got the accessories. Power Formulation. Y'all go check him out on the book, on the gram. He got some fly stuff out there, ladies and gentlemen. So I mean, y'all make sure y'all support the brother, man, and all that good stuff, man. Let him build his brand up like we always do. We just got to keep building these brands up. We got to keep the bills paid, you know what I mean? So, but listen, yeah, we out of here, man. Until then, I'm going to be out. Jay Chosen going to be out. Shop Power's going to be out.
You're ready.
Be out.
You know it.
All going to be out. But I see y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Devon, Shop Powers, Knicks Real Talk. Jay Chosen, we out, man. Peace, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, Devon, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you one. Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the Gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is bound with these Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No capsule here, what's on tap. But God, I'm talking five. And report, keep my two in the chat. Interacting with your man, them. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat. So we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real Talk.